Man of the West, Philosophus over on the far side, Fidway nearest to us, pulling his way up towards the lead, but My Young Man the leader from Man of the West and Philosophus on the inside, then Fidway towards the outer. Prominent is Regal Lake, but it's My Young Man from Man of the West and Philosophus, Fidway, Regal Lake, and going a real good pace with the back marker Riverhead at the moment and Mountain Retreat also in rear, and My Young Man jumps that well clear of Man of the West. Fidway is in third, Regal Lake over on the far side. As they run down to the flight, it'll be the last the next time. My Young Man from Man of the West and Regal Lake on the far side. Atlal comes next with Fidway. Behind Fidway is Re-Release and then Tilldog. My Young Man by about 5 to 6 lengths from Man of the West in second. Then Regal Lake on the inside of Atlal, then Fidway, then Philosophus and Tilldog and Re-Release, and Riverhead the back marker. And My Young Man with a very commanding advantage at the moment over Man of the West. Then on the inside, Regal Lake. Atlal comes next, then Philosophus and Fidway. Then Re-Release. Behind them, Ivor House. Behind Ivor House is Rake's Rain and last to the bunch and Society Guest over the fourth. My Young Man a long way clear of Man of the West. Fidway on the outside goes third, just ahead of Atlal, and on the inside Regal Lake. Behind Regal Lake is Philosophus, and behind Philosophus is Re-Release over the fifth, and still a long way clear. My Young Man from Man of the West in second. Fidway is close now, a little bit closer. Then Regal Lake on the inside, then Atlal and Philosophus. That was the sixth. And last to the bunch has made a little bit of progress. Mountain Retreat is the back marker. My Young Man is still the leader. Regal Lake on the inside of Man of the West. Fidway right up there too. My Young Man still by only about a length now from Regal Lake on the inside. Philosophus making good progress on the inner. Man of the West holding his place. Then comes Fidway. Behind Fidway is last of the bunch, and they've got 3 left to jump now in the Seagram 100 Pipers Novices hurdle. And over on the far side it's Regal Lake. My Young Man between he and Man of the West on the near side. Regal Lake as they round this turn into the home stretch now with 3 flights left to jump. Fidway has made very good progress towards the stand side now and is taking it up. Fidway, backed at long odds this morning, lands in the lead from Regal Lake. Then comes Philosophus. Losing ground is Man of the West. Coming down to the second last flight, Fidway lands in the lead from Regal Lake. Re-Release. And as they come down to the final flight, Fidway is a long way clear, looking as though he's only got to jump it, but making good progress is Rake's Lane. Fidway made a mistake there and lost a lot of impetus. Rake's Lane is making ground all the time. Philosophus is third. It's Fidway inside the final furlong from Rake's Lane as they race up towards the line. Fidway is going to hold Rake's Lane as he comes to the line. Fidway wins the Seagram 100 Pipers Novices hurdle. Rake's Lane is second, Philosophus third. 4 was Riverhead, who ran on from last place in the early stages, and then came Atlal and My Young Man, and behind them was Regal Lake, and in fact pulled up was Man of the West. And so the result: first, number 3, Fidway, owned by Mr. A.R. Coley, trained by Tim Thompson-Jones and ridden by Steve Smith-Eccles. Second was number 8, Rake's Lane, owned by Mr. John Livick, trained by John Jenkins and ridden by Tom Morgan. And third was number 2, Philosophus, owned by Mr. P. Slade and Mr. John Baker, trained by John Baker and ridden by Willie McFarlane. Fourth was number 9, Riverhead. And this is the winner: Fidway, number 16 of the season for Tim Thompson-Jones, and number 49 for Steve Smith-Eccles, who rides conclusive, of course, in the National on Saturday for Gordon Richards, and he's now on a 16-to-1 winner.
Yes, he'd really shot away from the group. Fidway, Steve Smith-Eccles had taken this one on the outside, coming round the last bend, ran a little bit wide. It's certainly seeming very steep, this bend, very sharp rather, and it's throwing them out wide. But having gone and won his race, he started to tie up slightly, this horse. But Bill, he left them very easily when he went.
He did. He'd won his race really between the second last and the last, and you know, he's done it all now and just keeping going. There's a long run in here as well. The horse could have done with another hurdle halfway up probably.
Rakes Lane again running a good race. He'd run so well at Cheltenham. A little Philosophus from John Baker's yard running on to be third, but they were well strung out behind the winner. There he is, Steve Smith-Eccles for Tim Thompson-Jones.